such an asshole.
Oh, we're getting so close to be caught up at Asshole Consulting. Oh, we're so close that Cappy won't have that negative in the back of the head as he lays down flooring. Hey, asshole, this is from our, I can't, you want me to keep you anonymous. It's from a regular. I'll be sending my questions to paragraph. Background, currently senior with 1 quarter left towards my computer science degree and I have a 3.5 grade average. I'm pretty tired due to working my ass off, but I landed an internship this summer making $30 an hour. Problem, I could only work part-time with respect to this internship 29 hours a week, as they would have to pay benefits if I go over that. Yay, Obamacare! Oh, government just solves everything. I've talked to my mentor, and he said he only expects me to put these hours in weekly, but my question is, should I be putting in 40, 50 hours a week unofficially as I want to get hired at this company? The company has a 4.0 rating on Glassdoor, with the only con being a lot of work. The tools I'm using are very useful and new to me, and I feel that I am growing and developing. Also, the position according to Glassdoor with high confidence pays $110,000 annually. Thanks for your time. Best. We'll keep you anonymous. All right. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I faced is when I was young and idealistic, like the work ethic I had when I was like 19 or 20 is way more professional, way more desirous than I do today. I'm working for myself. I got the world's greatest boss. But I would have liked to prove yourself and secure employment. And I'm thinking that's where you're coming from too, because you're not exactly the richest guy either. Here you are, you got this chance to get out of poverty and you want to be a good employee on top of it as well. And you want to prove just how much you can do. The problem is, from a managerial perspective, they may not want to deal with you for more than 30 hours a week. And if you come in there putting in extra hours, they're going to be like, what the heck are you here? Now they got to think and worry about you. And if they said put in 29 hours a week, I would do 29 hours a week. Sounds like you're learning a lot of stuff. And at $30 an hour, that's a good, that's what, 30, that's $900 a week times 4, 3,600 a month. That's nice. That's not bad at all. And you're learning stuff as well. So I don't know if I'd go beyond that at the office. Now, that doesn't mean you can't put in other hours outside of the office to help you do your job at the office. So let's say, I don't know, I'm not a computer science guy. Let's say your boss comes in and says, Frank, his name's not Frank, we need you to program this thing. And you find out that you need to brush up on some language. You're like, oh, geez. So you put in, you get up to the 29th hour, that's your final. Okay, I'll go home. Then you go home, and then at home, not at the office, you go and study whatever additional programming language you might need. Because I don't know what your projects look like or what your work entails, but there should be, obviously, at any point in time, like, oh, I could brush up on this. Or like, oh, make a little bit of code or come up with some concepts. All this extra work that will help you do more work at the internship. If you really like this internship, go and do that outside of the office, and don't email it to you. Don't bring in thumb drives. I'm sure they have InfoSec protocol that you're not supposed to violate. But whatever it is that you could do outside of work to improve your efficiency and productivity at work during those 29 hours, I would definitely throw in your extra time there. Now, I don't know if I go 40 to 50 hours a week. Here's another thing. If you go, just hear me out, a perfect example where you don't got the managerial bird's eye view of having you come on as an employee, the amount of cost they're going to incur if they have to also, like, you work 1 minute over 29 or 1 minute over 30, they're going to incur a ton of costs and managerial headache that they don't want to do. So you absolutely do not go over 29 hours per week, right? Because then you're going to piss them off. Because now they got to send you to HR. Now there's a bunch of paperwork. Your boss's boss say, what the hell? I told you not to have Frank working. And so it could be a nightmare. So you stay at 20. You do what they tell you to do. And then you don't say, hey, boss, I could work extra at home. No, don't be that guy either. Don't be the suck up. Don't be the slave. But if there's a way for you to make those extra 29 hours at work more productive. So like, let's say you bank, I know this goes against your financial incentives and interests, But while it's taking all the other interns, 29 hours a week to do their internship, also magically you're banging out your work in 20 hours. You're like, okay, boss, anything else? Well, you done? Yeah. And you're like, wow, that's really, and they'll think you're some kind of wunderkind, which technically you are because effectively that's what you are. But it's just, no, you put in the extra work and the extra effort. So that it's not a sexy reason or a philosophical reason. It's really just a labor law reason is they don't want you going over 29 hours because then they're going to incur more time costs and compliance costs, basically having to process you through as a full-time employee. And so I would not do that. But yeah, I would put a little bit extra time in. All right, any super chats? Fred Freeman Sowell for $2. My first internship paid $23.50 an hour plus housing in 2010. Not bad at all. My first internship was something like $5-6 an hour. Fred also asked, should we ask out Tina from HR at her internships? No. There will be you do not ask out girls at work. You just don't. Ladies, you don't ask out boys at work, although there's less of a chance of you being dragged in front of HR. But you do not defecate where you eat. Juan's in the house. There we go. Morning, Juan. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.